I was in a major car wreck 4.5 years ago, and a guy ran through the stop sign and T-boned me. My dad was with me, so I had to have back surgery. And because of the back surgery and the pain, I was on OxyContin for about 4 years. And I said at that time, I wasn't taking the pills anymore for the pain. I was taking the pills more for the body was craving more pills. So I decided at that point, I'm done. So I met the great folks here in Midland at the Simcoe Recovery Center. Her name was Shelley Arnett, and she's an amazing woman. So they put me on a drug called Suboxone, and which, glad to say, I've not had oxys now in over a year, and it's been excellent. Right at the hospital, right after you have your surgery, they send you home with the prescription. Then you have an appointment to go see a pain doctor. So you go in there, fill out all your forms. They do all the blood pressure on you. Then they assess what type of pain you're in. And they give you the amount of oxys according to the pain that you're in. You got to constantly use it every 4 to 6 hours. It's a very short duration of time where it really works well. And then you can find the pain coming back. And from my experience was, I needed it because of the fact I had major surgery. So it was used properly. But over the long period of time I was taking it, nobody really told me in the professional field what to expect physically from this. That you're going to want more. You're going to crave more. And it's a drug that is scary. Further beginning, I don't recall what I was on milligrams, but when I was ending it, I was at 40 milligrams a day. To some people, that doesn't sound like a lot. To me, that's a lot because I've never been into stuff like that. To me, that was a lot. And I was high all the time from it. It was the only way I could function physically. Feeling good, happy, on top of the world. I was doing physical work when I shouldn't be doing physical work because I was doing more damage to my body. Because of this, I was not allowing my body to heal enough. Because of the simple fact is, didn't feel any pain. I felt great. I felt, oh wow, I'm ready to go and conquer. In the meantime, I'd find myself doing stuff around the house, lifting, having things when I shouldn't be lifting at all. But I don't feel any pain. But after that 4 to 6 hours comes around, you got to take another pill. You got to get up in the middle of the night to take another pill. And it's a vicious cycle. It keeps going and going and going. So thankfully, my fiance Ann, we're pretty open to the world, her and I. I mean, we understand what's going on out there, and that's where, again, we both made the conscious decision. If I'm taking these, not just for the pain anymore, because my body's craving it, it's time to stop now. I'm one of the lucky ones that got to do that, to tell you the truth. I really am. Yeah, we found that out the hard way because we did a lot of studies on OxyContin after I was on it. Because you hear about people dying on the news, if Oxy can lead on to other drugs as heroin and they turn to. So her and I both really started to investigate what this drug actually is and what it does for the body. All it's doing is masking your pain. It's not fixing anything at all in your body. And it's actually rewiring your brain to crave more. It's craving more. It's like an alcoholic that needs its next drink. If they don't get the drink, they withdraw. It's the same thing on oxys. The exact same thing. The first time when you wake up and you have none of those drugs in your system anymore, the oxy, that's a wonderful feeling. It's an incredible feeling. You're reborn. And I'm so pissed off the way the system runs. I never did marijuana, hardly drank beer now and then. I smoked cigarettes. So the doctors put me on a shitload of goddamn oxys for 4 fucking years, and what happens? I start popping like everybody else does because the body craves them. I'm no different than you. Same blood, same skin.
Content in the history is already have so much problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, still in the medical system.
Mm-hmm.
During your research, what do you find? Why?
Well, first of all, the whole thing was pushed through from the FDA down in the States very quickly. They knew how addictive this drug was. They came out in the beginning and said, oh, it's non-addictive. Non-addictive. The doctors are getting a lot of money out of this kickbacks. They're opening up these pill clinics every corner in the street down in the States. They're still down there, these pill clinics. They knew it was a money making, a cash cow. And so these pharmaceutical companies, they have all control. They got the power. They're the ones that are lobbying for their medication to get pushed through quickly, not knowing the long-term effects. Now that the education's out there, there's a real great documentary. It's called
Dope Sick.
Thank you, Dope Sick. Yeah. We watched that, and that's what really, wow, okay, that flipped the switch in my head. I need to get off this like now. So that very night, I went to the hospital and checked myself in. I want off this drug now. We need more education stuff. We need more truth about the drug to get out there. We need our doctors to stop prescribing it, period. Stop prescribing it. Treat the symptoms. Treat the person. Treat the person.
So your video is education. So probably someone watching your video will be quit the next day.
That's all I'm hoping for. That if I can reach one person, I've done my job on this earth. I'm happy. I could die tomorrow, happy. That's all I want. I want to share my experience, what I've been through, talk to whoever needs to be talking. They need the help. My hand's there. I understand. I really get it. I get it.
Have you talked to your doctor about the dope sick, about the OxyContin? How they?
I certainly have. My doctor, Shafa, family doctor, she's amazing. She agrees with me 100%. This drug should not be prescribed only at the last recourse. All else fails. Because she even agrees how addicted this drug is. But again, I go back to the pain clinics. They're a pill popping machine. That's what they are. Let's face facts. Any reputable doctor would not be working at a pain clinic. Come on. So clearly they're the bottom of the bottom. They're there they open up these pain clinics to make money. That's what they are. They're trying to cover up the Ontario government by, you can only be on oxys for a certain period of time through your family doctor. Then you have to go through a pain clinic. It's their way of covering up their mess. Oh, well, we'll just hide it through a pain clinic. They're being monitored. Give me a break. They're not being monitored. All you got to do is go, I'm in more pain. Oh, they'll up the dose for you. Come on. That's not treating the problem. Like, I read my doctor, my pain doctor, my ex-pain doctor. I saw some of his medical files he wrote about me. You ready for this one? He said, I'm not quoting verbatim, but it was something on this line. My patient, Cade Thompson, can't be in that much pain because when he comes in here, he's always in a good mood. Pardon? What do you want me to be? Crying on the table because I'm in pain? People deal with pain differently all the time? Or could it be the fact that you're doping me up with so much bloody oxys, I'm happy all the time? Gee, right? Come on. Let's get it out in the open here. The system is broken. It's completely broken. They need to outright get rid of this drug, period. Period. Ban it right away. Because as long as that drug's out there, you're not going to fix anything. Nothing. It's that term gateway drug you hear all the time. How marijuana can lead to heroin. Bullshit. Oxys lead to heroin. Oxys lead to homelessness. Oxys lead to theft. Oxys lead to being criminal. That's what that drug does. It takes you and sucks you down. And you don't have control. It's a disease. It's not a problem. It's an actual disease. This drug is rewiring your brain to want more. And if you don't get more, the physical reaction that you get, you want to die. You literally feel like dying. And there's something wrong with that when a drug is designed to help you make you feel better and recover after injury or whatnot. But it still does this to you down the road. They knew exactly what they were doing and they prescribed that drug. But now this oxy is so ingrained into our society, I keep going back to it. We are going to lose a generation of people because of this drug. Because of the simple fact they get cut off from their doctors. They can't get it anymore. Well, what the hell are they supposed to do? At this point, it's not even I don't even call them addictive. I hate using addictive word. They have a disease at this point. They cannot chemically control their brain from not wanting something. They can't do it. You can actually die from withdrawals from long-term oxy use if the doctor wants to cut you off. You could die. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to the street. You're going to get something to supplement that. I can't blame them for that because I know the feeling. Luckily, I never went to that point, but I know that feeling, what it will do to them. It's not their fault. It's the system's fault. The system failed them, period. From right up to the government, right down to the family doctor. As much as I love my family doctor, it's all their fault. They all need to look at the mirror and go, what are we doing here? We are not treating the person. All we're doing is putting something, a mask over it, pushing to the side, hope for the best.
Okay. Right now, you already have those knowledges. If you can go back to 5 years ago. So, what treatment do you think is proper for your pain?
I wish I knew that answer. Like I said, I had major surgery, so I had to be on some sort of pain medication. What I would, what I'd like to see, longer recovery times in the hospital. Don't send them out on major surgery 2 or 3 days later and send them out the door with a prescription of oxys. Go, here you go see your doctor. Don't do that. Keep them in the hospital for longer. Keep them on the morphine drip, then wean them off. When they're not in pain, give them Tylenol 2s, Tylenol 3s, even Tylenol 4s. They're not as addictive as oxys are. Have you not noticed that? How many doctors do not prescribe Tylenol 4s anymore? They just don't do it. Why? Before oxys came along, if I had an abscessed tooth, my doctor would prescribe me Tylenol 3s or 4s. They were coating, but the addictiveness for the brain chemical wasn't the same as oxys are. Why did they stop doing that? My parents had Tylenol 3s and 4s. They survived surgery. They didn't have oxy, our parents. It wasn't around. Why did they stop that process? Why? Money. That's why. Cheap drug to make. It gets away the pain very fast, and it's very addictive. It's the most addictive drug in the world. I don't care what any doctor tells me, and if they tell me different, you're full of shit. And that's what it is. They knew it. They all know it. I blame everybody. And it's unfortunate that I had to do my own research on this. I heard when I first got out of surgeries about the addictiveness of oxys. You hear it. But I had to do my own digging on it. My own family doctor, she warned me. She did. She goes, oh, this could be very addicting. It was a pass in the cuff. Oh, yeah, it could be warned. You have to be sat down. You have to be monitored on this stuff. And not even, just get rid of the goddamn drug. Our parents, our grandparents never had oxys. How did they survive surgery? I don't know, but they survived. Come on. Enough's enough. Wake up. Wake up. It's too much. The people, top to bottom, that's what really pisses me off. The uptick of homelessness because of this drug and what it's done to society today. Our governments and our politicians should hide their heads in shame right now. Literally, hide their heads in shame. To me, that's probably one of the worst times in human history. We have so many amazing capabilities to fix problems, technology-wise, but we can't simply fix someone's pain. There's a problem there, don't you think? We could build AI, artificial intelligence, but we cannot fix somebody's common back issues. Let's give them drugs, hope for the best. I'm not the smartest man in the world, not the dumbest either, but that doesn't make sense to me. And so we got to keep asking these questions. We got to get it out there. Like, you want to polarize these people as bums. They don't work. Really, go talk to one of them, and I can almost guarantee you 70% of them would say they started with oxys if they're drug addicted. I can guarantee you that. And who gave them the oxys? It wasn't the drug dealer. It was their doctor. What I'd like to do is just living my life. Hopefully I can get physically better one day. Like I said, I'm in a lot of chronic pain, but that's okay. I'm alive. Got a beautiful family. I'm a grandfather. What I'd like to see them is Schedule 1 OxyContin, illegalize it, make it illegal, period. Let's start getting the proper treatment for people. Let's treat the individual, not the group. You're never going to fix anything if you don't treat the individual. Just wake up, people, because what's going to happen, I'm going to be dead, you're going to be dead, but our kids, We're going to lose a whole generation. We're going to. All over the world. It's just not here in North America or Canada or tiny town. It's a worldwide epidemic. It kills more people worldwide than wars do, and any other disease does. This is it's not an epidemic. We're at war with this drug, period. And yet they keep making it. They keep pumping it out. They keep sending it to these pain doctors. Like, come on, wake up. Enough's enough. No more. No more. So that's what I've been trying to do. Like, when I speak to my friends out there, I'm not there to preach to them. By God, I don't preach. You ask me a question, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm there just to shake their hands, give them a hug, warm blanket, some shoes, and listen. They want to go to treatment, I know where to take them. They need help, I'll go pick them up. That's my part, what I can do, because that's all I'm capable of doing. And I'm happy with that. I'm content with that.
Give them unconditional love.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm not here to judge you. Shit, I don't know what you've been through. You're human like me. Maybe if more people started treating other people that way, we might be in a little better of a place. Don't you agree with that? A little bit of kindness goes a long way. It really does. No.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.